Hi, in this video we'll talk on how to create a countdown timer with a fixed deadline. After we logged into DeadlineFunnel account, we are going to create a new one, and by clicking this link or by clicking this button. So let me click the create a new countdown button. As soon as we are creating fixed deadline, we are going to click product launch, assuming that we know the deadline date. Okay, let me start from step one. We want to provide the name for our countdown timer, and in this name, this time there will be Yuri test 1 March 15, 17. Why I'm providing the date here? This is just a handy advice because chances are that you would be advertising the same product over and over again. So to differentiate one countdown from another, we want to put a date here. Which product you are promoting really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which product you put here. So you may create a new one, but I would stick with something like Antonio's awesome product or miscellaneous products. I'm putting there. Then step 2, when will the countdown expire? We want it to expire on April 27. So let me click the calendar mark here and go to April 27. The time here, 11:59. The founder of the software, Jack Bourne, doesn't recommend to change that, so I leave it intact. If you need, switch the time zone here. Then what is your main sales page URL? Okay, that's the URL of the page where your countdown will be placed. So, or at least one of the URLs where it will be placed. So let me click and copy that URL, paste it here. Then from landing pages builder, choose WordPress. Now, step 4, this is the URL where you want your visitors to be redirected. Whenever they click, for example, a countdown timer, insert it into the email. So let me copy and paste this one as well. So for example, this one, copy link location, and I want to place it here. Be advised, then whenever you put something in here, you will not be able to change it later once you saved this setup. In order to provide a different URL, you will need to completely delete this countdown timer and create a new one with a new URL here. There is something that we cannot do anything about, and there is no solution so far, no workaround. And the last step is what email provider we are using. Infusionsoft, so let me click that and click save and go to last step. Okay, this code should be copied and pasted into our page where we want the countdown appear directly into the page specific scripts field. Okay, and let me click update. Then we want to click finish, and we want to click, so for example, to complete it, and complete it. Want to check mark everything. Next step would be funnel steps, and you see that we've got that URL that we put as a landing page, but by default it says they'll see a floating bar timer. We don't want a floating bar, we want to change it to inline. So let me open that and switch to they'll see an inline timer. Okay, the URL here represents when people will be redirected after your timer expires, but if we want just this countdown timer to disappear from the page, and that will be not reloaded and in endless loop, so it will work as a regular post but without countdown timer, we just want to delete it from here and leave this field blank. And click save page. So that's the regular code. We'll talk about that later. Email setup. So this is the code here, copy, that you want to put into HTML area whenever you create an email with Infusionsoft. Next step, appearance. That's appearance for inline countdown. You may experiment with this, this, and this, then customize it to your preferences and save it. And a different story for email timer. So you want to switch to email timer, and for example, if you want to make it red, you click here and drag your ticker here. It will be red. Then don't forget to save it. You may also want to experiment with phones. I would not recommend to experiment with any other things here unless you really know what you are doing. Next step, settings. There shouldn't be much there. Yeah, there's nothing there. And actually you are ready. So remember, we inserted the code into this page. Now we want to insert, if we want to insert the countdown timer, and with ability for people to click that inside the article, we want to do the following thing. So let me go to armors1.com. We have a tutorial here for DeadlineFunnel, and probably this one. Yeah, this one. So this is the code. I just copy that, paste it into some notepad, and I replace it with the URL that I want to place here. For example, I don't know, google.com. Okay, then I want to just copy that over, go back to my article and switch to text mode. And one particular thing, make sure that you have edited everything before inserting the countdown timer code. So the timer should be the very last step that you want to do here in your post. So for example, let me insert it here. We inserted it here, update the post, and once it's updated, we want to go to live and refresh the page and see what happens, how it looks here. Okay, so let me go there. Where's our countdown timer? Here it is. So it's working, and it is clickable. So whenever we click on that, we should be redirected to google.com. Now, if you want to edit, for example, the deadline for your countdown timer, again, after logging into your account, go to this drop down here from the very bottom, from the very top, and click the name of the countdown timer you want to edit, and then on clicking use it here from the left sidebar panel, you want to go to settings and, for example, to deadline button, and here you can switch. Oops, sorry. Yeah, so click in the date. You may change the date and click save. So it works like that. Hope it helps. Thank you.